How is it going, boys and girls? Welcome back to Key West Waterman. My name is Aaron Young. It is a slightly weathery day here in Key West. I was going to head out this morning and do some rod and reel fishing, and we had some storms rolling through. Got a little bit windy, but the storms thinned out a little bit and the wind laid down. So I changed my mind and I decided I'm going to go and do a bit of night fishing. Not something I do very often, but we do it from time to time rather. But I'm going to go try and find some live bait first. I've got a couple of cast nets in the live well. I went out a couple weeks ago spearfishing in the mangroves in the backcountry, and I saw a ton of live bait. Wintertime is more known for live bait down here, so they're starting to show up. So that's what I'm going to go with this evening. But I'd like to go try and find live bait before it gets dark. That way I can come back, have some food, and then head out once the sun sets. But let's see if we can go find some bait. So first spot I checked, there's actually a few here, but they're kind of small. I don't know, I'm a little torn. I don't want to get greedy because bait's bait, but I would like a little bit bigger bait if I can find it. Maybe I'll come back. If I can't find any more, I'll come back here and throw the net. There's a few swimming around. They're just, like I said, pretty small. I just found the mother lode. I was about to leave this spot. I drove around the whole thing in this last little corner. Holy moly. So everything was sitting right here on this corner. I was about to leave the spot. I drove around, did a figure eight, and they came out from under this edge. Based on what I saw, they look like big enough baits, so I'm going to throw a 1/4-inch net. There's a bunch of different nets you can throw for pilchards, but they did look like decent baits, so hopefully they will not gill in a 1/4-inch net. There they go. I feel like I hit them, but I'm not seeing a lot of shimmering. Oh, there's a few. Not as many as I was hoping for, but that's a start. I can throw again. The school looked really big, so hopefully I'll get another chance at them. See if we can get one more decent throw. I've got probably 40 baits in there, maybe a little more. And they look smaller, I can't tell. Oh, I hit them that time. They're shimmering all over. Woo, I got too many. I got too many that time. So when you pull this net in the boat, do not pull it with the horn and the weight together. You want to separate them again so you get a nice little pouch at the bottom. Oh, that's what we call a one and done. Well, two and done. Look at that. That's all we need right there. We'll let some of them go. That was more than I need. I hit them right that time. Let the rest of them go. Yeah, baby. That's more than I need, honestly. I'm gonna dump a little bit, but we're good to go. It's 5:30, so I've got about 2 hours until dark. I'm gonna go home and have a snack, sit on the couch, and wait for nightfall. See you in a bit. It is getting dark for sure. Got a really nice sunset behind me. I don't do a ton of night filming, so I'm gonna do my best to make this visible. I brought some lights and whatnot. My thought is I'm gonna run up a little bit and try one of the bridges. I dive the bridges quite a bit, and I see a lot of stuff that I don't catch. So I figured maybe the fishing will be a little different at nighttime. And everybody loves some good old-fashioned bridge fishing, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And maybe I can set the lights up where they bounce off the underside of the bridge a bit, and you'll be able to see something, hopefully. All right, well, hopefully you can see me at all. At least hear me. I've got a mic on. I brought 2 different reels, just my regular small inshore 4000. I did bring a bigger spinner just in case. You never know what you're gonna run into. But I'm up under a bridge, obviously. We're gonna put some live baits out and see what happens. Like I said, I don't do a lot of night fishing, but figured something would bite. I've used live bait, cut bait. Not even a nibble. Gonna move down a little bit. So I moved down just a little bit. It's a little deeper actually, and there's a little more flow. The tide is rolling a little harder on this side. Had a little thump, thump, thump there. Oh. What we got? Little mangrove snapper. It's a fish. And a start. Better than the last spot. Got whatever it is. Hey, it's not a terrible one. Whoop. Oh, never mind, he's pretty small. I couldn't tell in the dark, but it's a pretty, he's, I don't know, 8, 9 inches. Let go of my net. It's getting late. I've already been out here for over 2 hours, and I caught like 2 little baby snapper. This doesn't seem to be the night for night fishing. Or I'm just not very good at it, so maybe I need to go get a spear gun. But I know where the bait's at. I do need some fish, so I'm probably gonna come out tomorrow morning, catch a little bit more bait, do some regular daytime fishing, see if they will bite then. I'll see you then. This should be plenty for what we're trying to do. Probably 150 baits in there at least. Let's go give this fishing thing another try. So I'm back at the same spot I was last night. I want to see if there's a night and day difference, so to speak. I've normally had really good luck on the bridges when I'm fishing live bait or cut bait or even diving them. And last night was just nothing. 2 tiny little snapper. So I want to see, I'm going to fish the exact same spots and see if there's fish here. Typically the bridges, because there's so much structure, are just teeming with life. Normally there's stuff all over them. Just makes you wonder, like, if you've ever seen the videos of me diving these bridges, there are thousands, thousands of snapper. Where do they all go? That's a baby one. Hey! Ah, I foul hooked him. He felt bigger than that. Hooked him right in the belly. Oh! I was wondering what that was. It had a different feel to it. It just ate it and swam. Little baby tarpon. Oh. That's not what I was rigged up for. Unfortunately, he broke it off. Whoa. That had some boogie on it. That feels heavy, almost like a grouper or something. If that's a snapper, it's a nice one. Oh, yes, it's a snapper. Oh, I foul hooked him. But it is a nice one still. Oh, I got him in the eyeball. I'm gonna dispatch him. So the reason a foul hooked fish feels bigger is because you're not pulling on the mouth. The mouth is the most aerodynamic way to pull a fish in. So if you're pulling it in from anywhere on the side, it feels bigger. So if you ever hear people say, oh, I foul hooked him, that's why it felt so big, or something like that, that's the reasoning behind it. But that is our mangrove. I will take it. All right, we are on the board. On the board, baby. So I'm gonna keep working this. I'm just gonna work down a little bit. I've only been here 15 minutes and I've already caught one keeper and a couple shorts, so definitely more action than last night. Not firing, but definitely more action than last night. So I'm gonna move down a little bit. Something was chewing on it. You guessed it. Baby mangrove. Definitely a lot more action than last night. Like I said, a lot of small stuff, but I'm pretty actively getting bites. Whoa. Oh, I got something. I don't know if it's the same one, but yeah, baby. There we go. Nice mangrove. All right. The bite is not on fire, but we're sticking with it. It's a nice 14-inch mangrove. You know I love my mangroves. Side note, just in case you missed it, you're in the South Florida area, I will be at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, October 31st and November 1st. The COA spearfishing booth, I'll have a little section there. If you want to stop by and say hello, pick up a spear gun or a shirt. Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. I will only be there on Thursday and Friday. Ah, not what I'm after. Little Goliath grouper. You felt different, buddy. Not technically supposed to pull them out of the water. Got some life showing up though. Can't tell if he's spunky or decent. He's just spunky. That's not a bad one. So I'll say it again, I'm the king of repeating myself. These only have to be 10 where I'm at, 10 inches. I try to keep them like 12, 13 or so. We'll wait for a bigger one. Dude, am I catching the same fish over and over? Nah, that one's a little smaller. It's like that fourth piling back. They're all sitting right there. Every time I put it right on that piling, they eat it. Nowhere else. All right, I give up. The bridge wins. I did get 2 nice keepers though, so I can't complain. I've been here about an hour and a half. I'm gonna move along and try something else. Ooh. It is just not happening for whatever reason. It's almost 2 o'clock already. Been out here since 9. Sometimes fishing slow. Gonna keep moving along. I'd like to have a couple more fish. Like I said, we got bad weather coming in tomorrow. That's gonna keep me off the water all week, at least till Saturday. So, I haven't given up yet. Ooh, I saw that one eat on the surface. That was cool. Ooh, that's a little guy, but ooh, perfect. Ooh, that was a good bite. Very good bite. So there's just a couple coral heads right here. I'm only in like 8-9 feet of water. I've seen, well, that's not a bad one. I've seen, again, perfect. I've seen pretty big mangroves on here. I've actually seen black grouper on here too. No keepers, but a lot of times will hold a decent amount of life, so figured it was worth a look. Ah, got me on the rock. I got him out. Hey, that is a keeper for sure. Almost got me down in the rocks. That's 14 all day. So anytime I get a fish that runs me into the rocks like that, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Probably not. It's all frayed. So run my finger up until it gets smooth and then give it 2 or 3 inches above where it gets smooth. Do not want to reuse that beat up line. Oh, that feels like a grouper. They eat different. The big thud straight down and big slow digs opposed to short quick ones. Yeah. Another Goliath. I had a feeling. You're technically not supposed to pull these out of the water. Well, that is a Goliath grouper. And by that I mean you're not supposed to pull them out of the boat or into the boat. If you can de-hook from the water, you're supposed to. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Got you on the wrong side of the boat. He's not bad. Oh yeah, another nice one. All right. Yeah, he's about 13 and a half. If it was a little earlier in the day, I'd be a little more picky, but we need some fish to eat. I think I missed the shot. The second I threw this up in the air, the second it hit the water, it ate it and came out of the water. Oh yes! I said one more. I kid you not. That is the biggest snapper of the day. Wow. That was cool. I had the camera off. Bait was coming down, it hit the water and went whoosh, and just came out and ate it, swallowed the whole thing. That was so cool. Thank you, buddy. That is my 5. Had to work for it a little bit, but that's half the fun. Got my 5. Not monsters, but great eaters. I think the smallest one in there is 13 and a half, maybe. I will see you back at the house. Tuna, what do you want? You smell fish? I bet you do. Oh, look who it is. What are you doing? You want some fish? Come here. I'll cut you a little piece off the ribs. Yeah. Look. Come here. Right there. Is that good? Luna, what is going on out here? It's so windy. What you think, man? Very sleepy tipsy. Say hello. Oh, scared her. And we're in the kitchen. Miss Madeline is gonna make one of my absolute favorites, fish and grits. All right, so what do we need?
So we got grits here. This is actually gifted from Mr. Matt Conrad, who just did the sword fishing video. Seasoning, we have paprika and then some Cajun spice. Blackening for the fish. Some smoked Gouda or whatever cheese you want. And then we have heavy cream in the fridge. And our corn.
And butter. And
butter, yeah.
Some grilled corn on the grill.
Butter's like always in the recipe.
It's like the ladle.
It's a requirement for any recipe. So yeah, we just have water boiling, and yeah.
Shrimp and grits, or fish and grits, excuse me, headed our way. Yeah, there ain't nothing like. Watch your hand there, lady.
Wow.
Good grilled corn.
All right.
So I'm the seafood guy. Madeline is the southern home cooking girl.
Yes.
I grew up in Florida, as most of you know if you're new to the channel. I grew up in Florida, Madeline grew up in Texas.
Yeah, I can eat seafood most of the time, but I definitely, after like a few days, I'm like, I need some red meat.
And some country. Man, this corn is good. Now what are you doing with the air fryer?
I'm gonna make some like crunchy caramelized onions to go on top.
So we fought the air fryer thing for probably years. We got it. What did we get last Christmas?
Last Christmas.
We were so silly. That's one of the greatest inventions
I
ever.
wish we could get
It's
rid of our
unbelievable.
freaking microwave.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we never even use the microwave anymore.
Like ever.
Just rip it out. The only reason we're keeping it is because that's the vent for the stove. It goes up, but if you do not have an air fryer, you should look into them. They're incredible. What's the game here? I've never made grits. You always make them.
Yeah. So just bring it to a boil, and then whenever you easily put in the grits, like, because you don't want to clump them all at once, you want to kind of like gradually stir them in so they're smooth, and then you just turn the heat down and put a lid on, and
Like
just let
kind of like rice.
Yeah.
It's like redneck rice.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right, what we got?
Just adding a little bit of milk to make it creamy. We're still going to be adding heavy cream too, so it definitely is not a healthy dish.
Oh, a little bit of extra.
And a little bit extra cheese. So
It's good for the soul.
this is just like a base add.
What you got there?
A little Cajun spice. And a little bit of paprika. Not a lot, just a little.
Did you have a measurement? You just eyeball it?
Yeah, I don't really measure much.
However cheesy you want it?
Yeah, you just break it up into little cubes. Plop it in. And then we let it stir.
Just
Look
simmer
at the
and
butter.
simmer and stir.
Yeah.
You added butter.
Yep.
How much? Dollop?
A spoon or two. Measure with your heart.
Yeah, there you go. And we just slowly melt it.
Yeah. Then I just add more if I feel like it needs more.
Man, that cheese is good. It's so creamy.
I know. This is perfect for this kind of thing. Perfect little fillets.
I love blackening with the grits because they like clash. Like it's savory and a little bit of.
Well, I feel like
zing.
they like mesh, like
Not
savory.
like clash. That's what I'm saying. Like they mesh.
Clash in a good way.
Opposites.
added just a bit of half and half. We just had it in the fridge. You can use heavy whipping cream, more milk, but just to make it a little bit more creamy. All right, how hungry are you?
Oh gosh, medium. Medium, like hurricane hungry. So
Say when.
Right there.
Okay. Okay, we got some fish. It's so tender, it's breaking apart.
A mangrove snapper, baby.
There we go. And little onions to go on top. Wow.
Oh man, I'm excited.
Mm.
Alright. So I'm gonna eat this on the couch because I know good and well after I eat this I'm gonna fall asleep. So I'd like to be in the proper position.
Couch party has begun.
It looks so good. Undoubtedly gonna burn my mouth. You try it?
Mm.
Is it hot?
The grits are, that smoked Gouda is insane.
Mm.
Right?
Holy moly.
Mm.
That is just what I had in mind. That smoked Gouda is really good. That's the first time we've tried that brand.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like the onions were like a really good addition. Last minute?
I don't think you normally put the onions in there.
No.
Unbelievable.
Mm. Fish is good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fall asleep after this. There you are.
Wow. That's
Mangrove
very
snapper. Blackened mangrove snapper and grits. You rocked it, baby. But that is all we have for this one. We're headed up to La Jolla next week to do some filming and a little staycation up in Isla Mirada, so that'll be fun. Hopefully the weather cooperates. There's been a lot of hurricanes running around lately, but looking forward to that. We're going to try and find that snook I've been after. I'd love to get out and maybe try for some queen snapper up there. I heard they get them up there. I've never done queen snapper up that way, but that's one thing I've never caught. We don't really get them off Key West. You got to run way far away for us to catch them, but that's what we'll be doing. You got that for, or you guys will have those videos coming out in a couple weeks. But that's it. I'm rambling. Gonna enjoy this, and we will see you on the next one. Later.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Tipsy. Say bye. Bye-bye. Very sleepy today.
Babe, I rocked this.
You rocked it. You actually rocked it. I'm not kidding. I didn't just say it just for the camera.
It's good.
It's really good.